Welcome to another episode of GP's Roof Theory, Lesson 12, the RDH Common Rafter Decimal. Now, the Common Rafter Decimal stands for rafter, diagonal, or hypotenuse. To solve this, we have an 8 and 12 roof pitch. The example is 8 squared plus 12 squared equals 208. That's your whole number. Square root equals 14.42 inches for the diagonal of your 8 and 12. Divided by 12 equals 1.2018 RDH decimal. Now, if you see this 144, that number will never change because we are always working with a 12. Even if it's a 24 and 12, it's still one part is 144. Now, if you can remember your whole numbers or simply take your 8 times 8, 64 plus 144 equals 208. Now you can square root and then divide by 12. And as you work with these numbers in roof cutting, these will become memorized for the most part. If not, it's very simple to find it. So an example for how to use the RDH, I have a 95.25 setback. Now when using this number, this is 1.2018 feet. So I calculate all my runs or my setbacks in inches. It makes calculating real simple. So it's 95 and a quarter from outside a wall to where my ridge board would be. I'm going to times that by 1.2018. I have a rafter length of 114 and a half. I didn't add any tails in there yet. This is just a muled rafter showing you how to use the math. Now, this number can also give you your valley plywood, or not your valley plywood, but your valley board top degree where it's going to rest against the ridge and where it comes down to your lower section of the opposing roof stack to do that fill over top of another roof. So to find this, use 1.2018. We're going to go up to trig. We're going to inverse tangent to get a degree. So you have a 50-40. So at the ridge board, you'd have a 50-degree rate cut. Down where it planes across your other rafters for your fill would be a 40-degree rate cut. So you'd have long to long, 50-40. And later on in these lessons, I'll teach you how to calculate the length of that valley pad. There's some things you need to minus and subtract because we're 1.5 inches thick in most parts of that time. So very simple, easy number to remember and use. It'll also give you a roof plywood offset. Now, when sheeting a roof, typically we'll run them horizontal or lengthwise, with the 48 being a rise. Now remember, 48 is the rise, or vertical is division, and if you have a run or horizontal, it will be multiplication. So to figure my plywood offset for this roof pitch, I'm going to divide it by my 1.2018 RDH decimal. I have an offset of 40 inches. So if you were to cut from your long point, measure back 40 inches, cross that line, that sheet will lay on top of your hip. Now, you see that 40 degrees. The steeper you go, the less this number will be. The only time you are 45 is when you're on the flat in your joist line. So if you were to be stacking a 2-foot wide jack rafter into this hip, a 45-degree angle is not going to work for you. You would need to use this calculation to get your offset. That would be a width problem, and it'll give you a rise to be able to connect the dots. So just a few scenarios for the RDH decimal and how to use it. Thank you.